The appeal of the Panther character, I think, is because he's so promiscuous and fun-loving, devilish. He's a prankster.
I go over to see Blake, and he hands me the script. I look at it, The Pink Panther. He said, this is a live-action movie. I really don't know, where there's a place for animation. But what I'd like you to do is to design me a Pink Panther.
The big breakthrough came when Direct came up to them and saying, I have a new movie called The Pink Panther, and I would like you guys to animate some titles.
The only we had to go by was in the film itself, the whole thing is about the jewel, that gets swiped back and forth. But in this jewel, this diamond, is an imperfection. And this imperfection looks like a leaping pink panther.
And so after they designed a character and animated the title, some reviewers have said, oh, the titles are the best part of the picture. But it caused a little bit of a brainstorm. And they said, hey, if the titles were so successful, let's try an animated series. And the very first one they did was this one called The Pink Fink, and it actually won them an Oscar. So,
as a child who grew up watching silent character animations, it also intrigued me in addition with the short runtime, thus inspiring me to delve deep into one of my childhood classics, The Pink Panther.
If you look deep into the stone, you will perceive the tiniest discoloration. It resembles an animal. An animal? A leaping panther. A pink panther.
The Pink Panther made his iconic debut in the opening and closing sequence of the Pink Panther movie, capturing audiences with his playful and endearing antics. Originally, the term the Pink Panther referred to a priceless pink diamond within the movie's storyline, but in the credits it's become synonymous with the charming animated character. The character's instant popularity led to a prolific expansion, resulting in a variety of theatrical shorts, merchandise, comic books, and engaging television cartoons. The Pink Panther starred in a total of 124 short films, both theatrical and televised, along numerous television shows and 3 special primetime events. Additionally, the Pink Panther is forever linked with the unforgettable The Pink Panther theme, composed by Henry Mancini. This jazzy tune remains one of the most beloved and recognizable pieces in film history, adding an extra layer of allure to the character and cementing his place in popular culture.
The key to the Pink Panther is simplicity and identification. And there's something else that goes along with it too, and that's sophistication.
The animated character of the Pink Panther made a dazzling debut in the title sequence of the live-action film directed by Fritz Verlang. This success enthralled audiences and united artists alike, prompting the studio to secure a multi-year contract with Verlang and his Departier Verlang Enterprises studio to produce a series of Pink Panther theatrical shorts. The first of these, The Pink Fink, in 1964, humorously showcased the Pink Panther repeatedly vexing a small, white, mustachioed man, a caricature of Verlang known as Big Nose, by persistently trying to paint his blue house pink. The Pink Fink received a widespread acclaim, winning the 1964 Academy Award for Animated Short Film, and subsequent shorts featuring the Pink Panther and Big Nose continued to be popular hits. In the early animated cartoons, the Pink Panther character was mostly silent, speaking only briefly in Sing Pink, one line, and Pink Eyes throughout the short.
Go loafers?
Rich Little voiced the Pink Panther in these shorts, emulating the mannerisms of David Niven, who played Clouseau's jewel thief nemesis in the original live-action film. Due to Niven's declining health, Little later provided the voice for Niven's character in Trail of the Pink Panther and Curse of the Pink Panther.
After that screening, I started to think, there may be life after the main title. This character may have a place in animation. Well, I discussed it with my partner, Friz Freeling, and he wasn't too happy about it. He said, this is a one-shot. Well, I said, Friz, I really don't agree with you, and I'm going to see what I can do. And I went in to see Harold Mirisch. I said, Harold, I think that we've got something pretty special here. I'd like to be able to make a theatrical cartoon.
After the release of the picture and its great success, we decided that we should go into the cartoon business.
Think of all the animals you've ever heard about, like rhinoceroses and tigers, cats and mink. There are lots of funny animals in all this world, but have you ever seen a panther that is pink? Think! A panther that is positively pink. Well, here he is, Pink Panther, the Pink Panther. Everybody loves a panther that's pink. He really is a groovy cat, and he's a...
In the fall of 1969, NBC debuted the Pink Panther show on Saturday mornings, bringing the animated character to television screens. They added a laugh track to the original cartoons and hired Marvin Miller as an off-screen narrator, who interacted with the Pink Panther during the segments that also featured the inspector.
Strawberry, yeah, that's good stuff, that strawberry. There's your strawberry, your ice cubes, and your cup. Now, wasn't that refreshing? Oh, now you're going away mad. And he forgot his chain.
The show included a live-action introduction accompanied by the theme song and showcasing the Panther Mobile. After 1969, Pink Panther shorts were created for both television and theatrical release, often appearing on TV first and later in theaters through United Artists. One popular iteration of the program was called The Pink Panther Show. Several spin-off series emerged, including The Ant and the Aardvark, Texas Toads, Hoot Kloot, and Mr. Joe, also known as Mr. Jaws and Catfish. Additionally, a series of animated shorts titled The Inspector featured a Clouseau-inspired inspector and his sidekick, Sergeant Dedeux.
Don't say liver, say Louvre. Hoover? Oh, never mind. Look at that.
Immediately then began a program of producing 6-minute Pink Panther cartoons at the rate of one a month, which United Artists distributed. As time went on, we made more of them. He finally appeared on Saturday morning television. Other shows developed from that.
We had a tremendous following immediately in Europe for the character. And to this day, the Italians love and adore him, very closely followed by the French, and a big calling in Germany.
Wer hat an der Uhr gedreht? Ist es wirklich schon so spät? Soll das heißen, ja, ihr Leut? Mit dem Paul ist Schluss für heut. Paulchen, Paulchen, mach doch weiter. Ja, das Männchen auf die...
The German adaptation, which began airing in 1973 on ZDF, was presented in 30-minute episodes, each comprising 2 Pink Panther cartoons, 1 episode of The Inspector, and 1 episode of The Ant and the Aardvark. Notably, the German version featured rhymed narration by voice actor Gert Gunther Hoffmann, who commented on and described the plot.
Der Dieb, der nächtens durch ein Fenster steigt und ziemlich eindeutig Interesse zeigt für einen kleinen handlichen Tresor.
Custom intro and end sequences were crafted from existing animations for these versions.
I had no idea that that character would take. I thought it was just fine for the film,
But I had no idea that it would take off like that, and that it would have that kind of a life of its own, that kind of a merchandising life of its own. Thank God it did.
In 1976, the show was revamped into a 90-minute format titled The Pink Panther Laugh and a half-hour and a half show, which included a live-action segment where comedian Lenny Schultz read letters and jokes from the viewers. This format proved unsuccessful, leading to a return to the original half-hour format in 1977. By 1978, the Pink Panther had moved to ABC and was rebranded as the all-new Pink Panther show. The ABC adaptation featured 16 episodes with 32 new Pink Panther cartoons and 16 episodes of Crazy Leg Screen. United Artists later released the 32 new Pink Panther cartoons theatrically. In the twilight years of the Pink Panther's cinematic era, Depardieu Freleng crafted a trio of primetime television specials for ABC. The first, A Pink Christmas, which was in 1978, depicted the Pink Panther in New York, braving the cold and seeking a holiday feast. Following the end of the theatrical shots, ABC aired two more specials.
Olympics
In 1980, a humorous take on the Olympics, and Pink at First Sight, 1981, a Valentine's Day themed adventure. In 1984, Hanna-Barbera Productions, with Fritz
Freleng as the creative producer,
introduced a new Saturday morning series called Pink Panther and Sons. This show portrayed the still silent Pink Panther as a father to his two talkative offspring, Pinky and Punky. Despite its popularity, critics noted that the show lacked enough Pink Panther content to sustain a full 30 minutes. In 1993, MGM Animations launched a new cartoon series simply titled The Pink Panther, which premiered in syndication. This version featured the Pink Panther speaking, voiced by Matt Frewer of Mark's Headroom fame.
Porter, see that this trunk gets to Tuscaloosa.
Unlike the original shows, not all episode titles included the word pink. Many instead featured the word Panther. Voice impressionist John Byner returned to provide voices for both the ant and the aardvark.
Ah, yes, a little poop, pom, pom, pom. Oh boy, there's nothing like a weenie roast.
Oh, I can smell them doggies calling. They're saying, it's dinner time. Not so fast, Dad. Huh? This is one dog that bites back. Ah, help me, help me. Ah.
In July 2007, MGM collaborated with Jordan's Rubicon Animation Company to co-produce an animated series titled Pink Panther and Pals, which depicted a teenage Pink Panther and his friends. This 26-episode series premiered in the United States in 2009 on Cartoon Network. On December 2011, ABC Family aired a 22-minute holiday special titled A Very Pink Christmas, featuring the classic version of the Pink Panther. And that is the show, the history, the masterpiece that we've been enjoying throughout the years.
The appeal of the Panther character, I think, is because he's so promiscuous, and
everybody has different ideas on what the Pink Panther is. We all have our individual feelings about it. I think he's adorable. I mean, he's like a houseplant.
Wasn't he a panther ever so pink? You've seen that he's a groovy cat, and what a gentleman, a scholar, what a acrobat. He's in the Pink Panther, the rinky-dink panther, and it's as plain as your nose that he's the one and only truly original Panther Pink from head to toes. Yeah, he's the one and
a little bit of a brainstorm. They said, hey, if the titles are so successful, let's try an animated series. And the very first one they did was this one called The Pink Fink, and it actually won them an Oscar. So
guys, thank you a lot for watching. I linked down my sources of where I got the script and whatnot, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.